Um, Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to session 4 of RecSys on collaborative filtering. Excuse my voice or what's left of it. We have 6 talks lined up for this session. We're going to start with the full paper presented as a spotlight talk. Then we have 3 oral presentations, and we wrap up with 2 reproducibility papers. I'm going to ask our first speaker to come up to the stage. And in the meantime, because we didn't have time to sync after lunch, I hope you enjoyed your lunch. Could the other speakers please raise their hands so I confirm they are here? Hopefully. Okay. All right.
All right, thank you for the introduction. My name is Pauw. I'm a PhD student at the University of Antwerp, here to talk about the role of unknown interactions in implicit matrix factorization. So I'll just give a high-level overview, and for more details, please visit the poster. We'll first start with a recap of weighted matrix factorization, which looks something like this. But rather than talk about the formulas, I thought we could do it a bit more visually. So here we try to reconstruct the binary and very sparse matrix X by doing a low-rank decomposition with user and item embeddings P and Q respectively. And additionally, there's this weighting matrix W, which has a weight of 1 for all the positive interactions and a lower weight for the unknowns. We start from this approach and then introduce the method logistic weight matrix factorization. What we do here is we model the positive interactions with a sigmoid function. So that's the green curve. A logical approach would be to model the unknown interactions by the complement of this curve, the red one. But rather, we take a somewhat different approach. We introduce this this third class. This is given by the orange curve, which sort of represents that the unknown interactions could go either way. They could be either positive or negative. We haven't seen them yet. The entire goal of the top K ranking problem is to figure out which unknown interactions would actually be relevant for the user. So we argue that this is a better fit for modeling the data. And then finally, we do one other thing, is we approximate this orange curve with the blue dotted line. And this is just a Gaussian function, or the bell curve. This is for efficiency reasons, so we can optimize it easier. Putting all of this together, we get the following loss function, where we use a sigmoid function for the positive interactions, and this is G, or Gaussian function, for the unknowns. And again, some formulas, I'm sorry. Only the red parts here are what's different from implicit alternating least squares. So if you're using this system in production, you can very easily switch over to logistic weight matrix factorization by just adding these few extra terms. And the scalability is exactly the same. Let's then briefly iterate on some of the experiments. We did runs on Moveland's 20 million and million song data sets. Here we find that we are able to outperform all of the baselines. And then finally, there's also an interesting result when we apply this to the EASE model. EASE is like a full rank autoregressive model, but we can use the same optimization procedure because it fits sort of the same format. And we have some interesting insight here that apparently downweighting the unknown interactions is not at all necessary for EASE, and even it degrades the performance. So EASE must have some inherent mechanism to already take care of this, and trying to incorporate it again seems to worsen the results. So that was my spotlight. If you would like some more details, I'm at the poster session next door, and hope to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you, Joey, for the spotlight. Please reach out to him during the poster session. I'd like to call on stage our second speaker, Meng Duo Byung.